early on, and what modifiers you get in some of the fights really dictates kind of how the run goes. Sometimes you just can't recover because there's not enough healing and you haven't been given the options for enough healing either. But yeah, let's jump in with Captain to get our rank 20 win. Let's see if we can one-shot it. He is, I feel like he may get nerfed a little bit. He feels a little bit stronger than some of the others, but then again, so does Magma at times, and so does Mosscloak, and even Obelisk at times, but Obelisk has a slow start just because of his extra willpower costs. Yeah, the biggest thing here is the 20 modifier is Villains and Guardians have 100% max HP, so this makes the first boss a heavy DPS check. The best strategy now may be to just avoid the tough Guardians that have damage scaling, like Nim, and I can't remember the one that when you hit, he gets extra damage. He has so much HP that he gets so much damage at the end of the fight. You really have to have some high damage augments to take him out. So most of my runs end with the first boss being Nim and the little guy that jumps and gets more damage when he gets hit. So I may have to pay more attention to the books I take first. I'm still basing it on the modifiers on the books, but I may have to take a harder modifier to avoid some of the harder first bosses. That may be the strategy going forward if you want to try to win every single run, but I'm going to continue to do it the way I do. So let's jump in and see. We've got Visiting the Carver. I do need to kill him once at 20, but I'm just going to take whichever one. Fully Augmenting 3 and Spending Quillings. These are all pretty easy, but I don't like to go to the Carver. You get way less Quillings now. A lot of the things are glyph based, the book modifiers. So I can't even afford all my binding augments sometimes. So yeah, we're going to just fully augment 3. Cinder is a little bit annoying because Captain AoEs and you can't stop it. Like his chill laser bounces, his cryoclasm is a huge area. So sometimes you're going to take the little spike damage that Cinder's add does now. And sometimes you can't even avoid it. Alright, since we have fully augment 3, we can just take the best one. Frosted Half Charm gives you frostbite damage and puts 4 stacks, but it's only on the first turn. Frozen Finger, reducing the cooldown would help get my cryoclasm up faster, but it's only 3 frostbite instead of 5, and it doesn't really help me clear as often. This would be better for the bosses though. And then just 1 magic power for each binding not on cooldown. You always have at least 1 because your, chill laser's never on cooldown. But a lot of the other times, especially during bosses, you do have a lot on cooldown. So I think I'm going to take the Frosted Half Charm. The extra frostbite damage helps, and this will just help me clear out the early fights. It's never bad, it's just less useful on the later turns. These are all okay, just like most gray augments. There are some that feel pretty bad, but these are okay. I like the extra damage on chill laser sometimes. 10 extra frostbite damage is fine. I will take the 30 for both hits. The big hit is 120 and the small hit is 15, so this actually kind of triples the small hits. If it goes from 15 to 45. So I really like it for the early fights, and you get a lot of tiny little adds, so it's nice to just kind of help clear them up. A lot of times your drones are strong enough to clear it, but I also could have looked at these. Not a big fan of Wit Thief. I also think Proving Grounds is where one of the bad bosses are. Reducing incoming healing. It's a toss-up. I don't like to take it on the first book. I've won every run I've taken it, but it's still... Sometimes you're walking a real tightrope with it. Tourist Trap is one of the easiest ones in my opinion. Yes, you get less Quillings after you visit the Carver, and you're forced to visit the Carver. you know, before you end the first book. So it will start to lower your quillings, but you get 175 for it. So it kind of makes up for itself. I like to take it on the second book more than the first, but it's still one of the easiest ones. So let's grab it and go. All right. So I still think Tarnished Vault is okay if you're struggling. It's okay to get good, more combat power, but Quilling Cage is definitely the better option. The better you get and the more comfortable you feel, because there just isn't a lot of Quillings anymore. This is a really good potion. Bloodthirst Blend. Heal every time you get hit. It can really help. There's less healing in the fountains and such now, so this is one of the ways that I can kind of top myself up if I'm struggling. But let's jump right in. Alright. Them having the Vanguard is a little annoying. Like, I'm not going to be able to do 400 HP. I think what that means, plus him having the magic shell, is that I just don't even use my combo. I'm just going to chill laser this guy 4 times and stand next to my globe here. He doesn't have the thing, so I'll hit him once to kill him. It does mean I'm going to kind of waste these frostbite stacks, but it's not a big deal. I should be able to get a really nice AoE in next turn. And I can actually use my mission leader here, so I can use it twice next turn possibly. So 2 more with the Vanguard. They are spread out. Okay. This won't be a problem though. I still have 2 globes here. I do want to kill this guy. He's direct attacking me for 7. These guys are 6 down here, but I'll be able to just kind of one-shot them with chill lasers. So we'll do this. Will I be able to kill this guy? $205 as opposed to a bunch of 70s. I think it's going to be better to just work on these first, because I may not be able to kill him with 3. This is 18 damage, this is only 7. So I'll walk out of the AoE and I won't take this damage, but it's going to be easier to kill these because there's already frostbite over here too. Just guarantee I remove 18 damage. Yeah. Instead of just the 7. I'm thinking here if I want to grab my globe and walk over here. I'm really short on movement right now. But I could step up maybe like 1 step and grab the globe. I think we can wait on it for next turn. There's only 3 guys left. I'm gonna grab it just so I can use my drone. I'm trying to look at the circle of how much I'll be able to move. I should be able to get out of this AoE right here. Just to have it prepped for this turn really is why I did it. So yeah, took 6 damage, but some of the early fights, it's all based on what modifiers you get. You know, some of the modifiers can be pretty nasty for you early on. All right. Your Chill Laser and Cryoclasm are magic. Frostbite is magic damage as well. So I really like taking magic power early. I do like to stay topped off just because there's less healing overall, but if I have a magic power option, I'll usually take it if I'm above 40. Alright, we don't have the Frostbite quest, so I don't really like this without the Frostbite quest. A lot of this stuff you're hitting kind of dies just to the drone damage. Offensive mode and Chill Laser are both okay. I think Chill Laser has better augments overall than the leader abilities. These are more co-op in some cases. So I will just take the Frostbite damage here. And usually when you have this charm, or trinket, you get frostbite, like cone of cold, cone of frost, yeah, as one of your options. And it is really good. It helps when your cryoclasm's on cooldown. You can use this as a, you know, buff for your drone, just so you have the AoE. And just having the extra frostbite is nice. It starts off really low damage, only 22, but it's not a big deal. I do like doing the hard fights, especially I have no glyphs, so I would do it anyway. I know some people say the hard fights are tough, but really what it comes down to is what modifiers you get. I've had easy fights that are harder than the hard fights just because of the modifiers that the mobs had on them. So, you know, it's a crapshoot. Yes, this is more likely to be harder, and I will use my fish because I'm a little weak right now, but we're at 45. I think we can probably get out of here. I don't even go for the pots because you take damage and stuff. If I kill them on accident or damage them enough, then I'll kind of go for them, but I never focus them anymore just because of how difficult the fights get. But it's fine. I get glyphs and money elsewhere. All right, so we'll go through and start our combo. These guys have such low health, I don't really have to do this, but it's still the better coverage. I will take a damage, so I'll go ahead and use my mission leader, even though I don't need to, just so I don't take this 1 damage here. Like, it was gonna clear without the mission leader. So in this case, I'll save my frostbite for next turn in case there's 5 more enemies spawning, so I may need my mission leader frostbite to clear up what spawns. All right, I don't have to worry about these two, but let's just see what our coverage hits. I may take both my globes just to get another cryoclasm in. So I can hit everything but the pot with just my frostbite. But I may need the cryoclasm. Now I can use it for next turn. So let's just start with our drone. Hit everyone. We'll bounce it to the ghost up there. And we'll bounce it to these two. Yeah, I took Blight Bomb damage there, but I can't shield any more than I already have, so I'm gonna take it again right here. It's just sometimes you get unavoidable damage that there's nothing you can really do about. Alright. I don't even want to shoot him. I don't want to take another damage for nothing. You know, I could grab a globe and shoot him twice for a little bit more money, but again, I don't even worry about the pots right now. I would rather keep my health up. All right, we'll grab this just to get our mission leader. We have coverage on everyone. So this landing on him is really nice because he has such low HP, it doesn't matter. We'll do our mission leader, do our cryo. Can bounce to these two. Take another Blight Bomb damage. Well, it did hit our shield that time, so this one will hit our shield as well. So that one worked out perfectly. All right, we can take 2 globes and get both abilities up if we need. Mission leader. I will grab the other globe because this is the last wave. And yeah, we can clear everything but one. We're gonna take 1 more damage here because that took both of my shields, the Blight Bombs. But yeah, 2 damage. There was actually a lot more unavoidable damage with the Blight Bombs, but our shields helped stop at least some of it. Hopefully we can get some more. I think it's a lot more important to take 1 or 2 either defensive abilities now or defensive augments, especially any type of shielding or healing ones. You know, there's a really good shielding one on cryo. There's a spiked one in here that's not very good, but... And then, of course, I took 1 damage, so I want to take a utility or a defensive one here. Typically is how I like to do it. Alright, let's see what this is. We got wider area of effect or more sentinel drone damage. These are both really good. I think I want to start with the drone damage. The first boss is a big DPS check, so the wider area only helps me in the fights. And again, I'm at 43. I have a good pot. I'm gonna grab the magic power and not worry about the healing yet. I did get to 250, which is nice, mainly from the 175 from the book, so let's go buy our augments. I actually like these pots now. With the extra movement and the way they changed movement, this pot is actually very useful. I used to mess it up all the time and not use it for full cooldown reduction, but it actually helps a lot now. Dazed to all targets is pretty good. Extra damage is also really good. Because I am a little short on damage, especially when my cooldowns aren't up. Let's see what else we got. The base cooldown's not a big deal. It's only a 2 cooldown ability, so you only need 1 globe to get it down. Extra crit and crit damage is okay, but it's such a low damage ability. So these are all pretty... These are some of the worst greens in my opinion. You don't need a ton of frostbite, especially when you have Cone of Frost as well to stack more frostbite on them. I think I'll just take the crit and crit damage just because it's damage, and that may mean I should take the 30 damage here to pretty much double its damage. I do like the full cost discount, but this is a 4-turn cooldown, so you gotta think even with some globes, you're only gonna get benefit from it every 3 or 4 turns, you know? The dazed is really good as well though. But since I took that crit, I am gonna take the damage here. Dazed is really great on bosses. It's good in fights too, because you're not going to be able to clear everything. And I'm going to go for a hard fight again. I do have 2 pots. Hopefully I don't have to use my good one, but if I do, then I do. It just depends on what modifiers and mobs I get. So here we go. Alright, so he's gonna spawn 2 slime peas when he dies. That's not horrible for me. It's bad for Weaver and others in some cases. These are pretty powerful mobs, though. They have... Like, these 2 especially have high hit pools, and he's gonna do damage to me every turn that he has the Quillian up. My shield will block it, but this is a good setup. I'm not going to try to hold back. I'm going to start with my combo just to take down the ghost. Oh, I can hit all 3 and kill the ghost there, so that's nice. But I can't do it there, so this is definitely better. I would be wasting a bunch of damage using it on him. So this almost kills him. Kills the ghost. The 2 little guys will spawn, but they don't attack you when they spawn, so... He's going to be gaining shield in the back over here. So there's no point in me hitting him. Let's just work this guy down and just set up next to our globe. Alright. Vanguard is fine on low health enemies. This never bothers me. This is a very easy modifier. And this is where I was talking about the RNG. Like Vanguard landing on these little tiny mobs is very simple. You know, if they got something like the Quill shield where I'm going to take a damage hitting them, it's a lot more tough and some more unavoidable damage. But in this case, this fight shouldn't be too bad. He's going to get a bunch of strength back here when I kill all of this. So let's grab this and start. I can probably use the frostbite to kill all of this. It's very close. I wonder why it's not killing the one guy in the back. Oh, because he doesn't have the frostbite stacks on him already. I gotcha. Okay, so I will take 1 damage from the shield I'm hitting. And then it's gonna stack up some damage on him. But that's okay. Yeah. So I probably could have done this differently and focused him a little more, so I didn't give him a bunch of stacks right there. But I don't know if I would have had enough to kill him. I think I would have, but then I would have taken a lot of other damage. It was kind of a lose-lose scenario. I don't even want to kill these guys though. He's just going to get more attack and hit me this turn. They're not attacking me anyway, so I did waste 1 willpower there, but... Okay, he's going to be getting shield this turn. Maybe I should have killed him just because of where they're at right now, but... I could also use my pot, but it's only 2 guys attacking me, so I don't really think it's worth it. I think I'm just going to kill this guy and get the other little spawns. I'm going to grab this... Probably use the combo up here. Does mean I'll have to grab this as well, but I'm okay with that. I don't want him to have another turn to attack me, so I want to work him down this turn. I can move out of all the damage, so... There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more spawning. Okay, they're all small. This would be an easy time to full heal, but... Like if I use the pot, all of these enemies attacking me for such a low amount would just basically full heal me. The question is, do I want to use it for only 16 damage? Or 16 health I'm missing? I like to be as healthy as possible for the first boss. I'll have enough quillings to buy it, but then I'll be pretty broke. But let's start it up. I don't have to... drone over here. I can just pretty much kill him. Since I can't really hit everything here like I want to, I'm gonna grab this other globe. Alright, I'm missing 1 guy here. But I won't be able to kill him anyway. So 7 damage, I can't stop. I think I will use my pot here. And it'll basically full heal me. I'll be at 44, which is close enough to a full heal. Oh yeah, I will. No, I won't take any damage because of my shield here. Quill Charm's very, very nice. Just 20% damage on everything. Because your drones are physical, all the rest of mine is magical, so this is both. Bleeding, I'm not going to really stack physical. And Shadow Book, it's again okay, but I just like the Quill Charm a little better. More magic power. We do have the 5 frostbite damage coming from this half charm, but magic power just helps everything. Helps our abilities and our frostbite damage, so. Here is the great shielding talent. So gain 1 shield for each enemy hit by the secondary effect. And you see I was hitting 4 or 5 enemies. It's not as great on some of the bosses, unfortunately, but even Cinder, it'll help me a little bit to stop some of that damage. Even though there's typically only 3 enemies on the screen, it still helps to not take that 1 or 2 damage constantly. All right. I really love Blink a lot of the times. With the way the movement change, it's really helpful because there are times where you can't get out of an AoE unless you have a movement ability, and Captain doesn't start with one. I'm gonna take it even though I would rather have a heal or shield, or even the dodge in some cases. But yeah, I will take it just because I don't want to use a reroll right now. And Blink is still fine. I do like Sea Breaches early on. The Tethered Shrines aren't as strong early. You get a lot of grays. The Garden is just going to be a Vestige, which is okay. It'll be a little bit of money too. But the Sea Breach is a chance to be really, really strong. Okay. I used to hate this one, but I like it a lot now. I typically take the ability power here. It's just 30% flat damage. You start with 8% crit chance. So all this does is give you basically kind of -2. It's easy to get out of the negative of the crit chance if you want to start building crit again. The ability power, like 15 crit for 5 ability power, it's a lot harder to get out of 5 ability power than it is, 10 crit. So I do like this. The immortality was really strong in beta. It got nerfed some. I think it was 5 shield for like 20 or something like that. But yeah, that's just a lot of health, max health to lose for only 5 shield. It is every turn, so that's pretty strong, but their bosses especially just do too much damage. The 5 shield is not worth the 30 health in my opinion. But yeah, I will take the ability power. I could start to build up. Crits are nice, but they're, unless you're going a crit specific build, it's not. Okay, there goes our tourist trap. So now we're getting 25% less Quillings. So it will hurt us, but again, it's still one of the easier ones. So this right here would give me 1% crit. I may actually buy it just for the 1% chance, but no. I only have 92 left, so I need to save it for heals and other things. So we'll just save our money for now. We do have one pot that's not great against the bosses. Oh, we have a fish now too. Fishy! Helmet Crab is great. I will definitely use this. First boss is a lot of where the runs end, so let us see if we can beat the first boss here. We don't have a lot of damage, and I do have this crit talent. So this has a 4% chance to crit at least, I think. Even though this is 0, it's technically -2. And this is 6. So I think I should still have a 4% chance here. We can watch this fight and see if I actually get a crit with it. But let's go. And this is still the hardest first boss in my opinion. He's gonna get attack for all of these guys, and I have to kill them because they're gonna direct attack me every turn. And then with these things spawning mobs as well, it's just a nightmare of a fight. They nerfed him some, and he's still probably the strongest first boss. Alright, let's look at what our coverage is. I do really like that. I need to kill these things because the more mobs they spawn, the stronger he gets. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the drones just to do more damage to the back here. Yeah, just completely clear them out, so. All right, so it looks like he only got 2. So maybe he doesn't get the buff for any of those little slime pea guys that spawn. He still has 6 frostbite on him, so I'm not going to worry about hitting him with Cone of Frost. I just want to clear all these enemies out. And then I can move up here for my orb. Blink doesn't really do anything but get me out of stuff. It doesn't have any augments on it yet, so. Alright, we will grab this. Do we want to do the full combo again? Probably. Just to get all the primary damage on him. Kill the guys themselves. It might be better to kind of spam my chill laser. But this is still 300 damage for 2. So the only way chill laser would be better is if I got a crit on it. Alright, we're taking 6. Can't really do anything about it. Did block 5 with a shield there. Because of the extra shield we got from Cryoclasm. Go ahead and blink out of this to start. I'm next to an orb anyway, it'll be up again if I need it. Alright, I was thinking about using the mission leader, but I think he will spawn a couple more enemies here. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna do it this way. I want to have my Cryoclasm up for when he phases. I think I'm gonna phase him here. Yeah. So I still need to grab this because it'll disappear. But I wanted to have my Cryoclasm up for, you know, this huge spawn for his next phase. He's got 9 Inky stacks. Alright, I'm gonna use my Sentinel drone and my Cryo before I pick this up, just so I'll have it closer off cooldown. But yeah, this is a good spread at least. I'll be able to kill all the small mobs. And the Slime P with the bounce. Grab that because it was going to disappear. I would rather kill this just so I don't have to deal with extra enemies. I could use them for shields as well though, but I don't know if he gets the stacks from them, and if he gets too many stacks, I'm gonna just die. I should be able to kill him, but I'm gonna lose about 20 health. I did get 9 armor there, but I'm still taking 9 damage because he's doing 18, right? So Nim is very, very tough first boss. At this point, I'm gonna grab all my globes because the faster I kill him now, the less damage I'm gonna take. So I have, what, 1 turn, maybe 2? He's doing 19. I don't know if I can kill him this turn either. I haven't gotten a crit yet, but I think it's only a 4% chance, but maybe if I'm at 0, there's a 0% chance even with the 6. I haven't seen one yet. Oh my lord, look at that. So he got up to 20 damage. My shield, I'm at 19. You'll never take me alive. Yeah, Nim is still a nightmare. It's just the extra health and damage he gets just from the 20 modifier. Like, I could have bought the heal. I was at 44 when I got to him, I think. So I could have bought the heal, but who spends like 75 quillings for 6 heal? The heal actually saves me here because I'm dying by 1, right? But it's just Nim is such a pain in the butt early on. You'll never take me alive. I'm leaving. I'm leaving this way. Ugh. Yeah, the FPS cap